Hi, this is a quick video about what I've learned about group psychology while recovering from narcissistic abuse. Welcome to Feeling is Healing, where we're supporting people who have previously felt powerless in relationships to develop self-trust in order to live happier, healthier and more fulfilling lives. So what I noticed is that there was one particular main relationship in my life that I was looking to escape and recover from. There were a number, but one was the major one. And there's something which really shocked me and devastated me along this process. And I wanted to share it with you today because now, today, when I look back on what happened, and when I understand more about human psychology, particularly when a group of humans are together and form some sort of group, it all makes sense. So I wanted to share this message with you because if you go through and experience the same thing, you realise actually it's nothing to do with any failure in you, it's to do with the dynamics of the group. So what I found was, I thought I was escaping from one bad person, and I thought, well, I just get away from this one bad person. But what happens is, to me, that I go through each person. So there was a particular group of people that I was together with in this group where I was trying to escape the one person and went through all the other people in the group and just absolutely devastated by their responses one by one. So it sort of ranged from mild to severe. So some people would just shun, ignore, not want to know. And as I've said in other videos, that is extremely hurtful in itself. It's almost like saying, well, you've got no value, we'd rather just not bother. And so you get these people which I would describe as apathetic, sort of whatever kind of people. And there are other people who would try and convince me that I was wrong. And then there would be other people who would actively attack. And I'd say to these people, well, do you even know what this is about? No. And the answer would be, no, I don't know and I don't want to know, but you're a bad person anyway. So this really I found devastating, and I've been questioning because I've seen this same kind of pattern happen to myself and happen to other people time and time again, and it's definitely a pattern that happens, and something which if you can expect it, that at least takes away the shock of it. So I questioned, why is this? And particularly these people who you may otherwise think are sort of good or nice people, but they're apathetic. And so asking myself, what's going on here? And I actually had an interesting experience back in January where I was in a group of people and we had all been selected to do some work. And it was so I was in a room and there were 60 of us that turned up. I think it was 60 sitting there, all sitting there, neatly in lines. And this work was meant to be an hour. They said possibly you'd then have to wait. It sounds a bit complicated, but I'll try and make it succinct. You'd wait another half an hour to find out if they wanted you to stay on, and if you stayed on after the hour, once the further half hour would be up, then you would stay for another 1.5 hours and you'd basically get paid double. But what happened was they were so disorganised or incompetent or whatever that the thing that was meant to be an hour was running on to more like 2 hours. And I was sat at the front and I was looking round, everyone just blank face, absolutely blank face, no sort of expression or reaction to that whatsoever. And I was really surprised by that, and I think it's something that's become, in the last few years, I've noticed it. I think 10 years ago, people would never have just sat there and taken that. You know, it's not acceptable. You're there for an hour, then to be paid a certain amount. So I actually spoke up, and in the end worked out okay for me. And so in that sense, I see that as a sense of hope, that if you can break through these dynamics of narcissistic abuse, you can be more strong and powerful in this world than you've ever been. Well, you've always had that power within you, but it's a really powerful process if you can work through these abuse issues and up level to another level really of humanity. So yeah, what I was getting to was, how have people ended up like this, where I would say people have the values, the standards that people expect are too low. So we've got different kinds of people. We've got those who, it's almost like being polarised, so those who want to exploit others, and those who will just sit there and take it, and the two reinforce each other. And that is something which really needs to change in society. So if you're up levelling, if you're doing the personal work on yourself, you are contributing to a better society in that way. So yeah, the reasons why people are like that, I mean, I've got a few ideas really. I think, you know, people are numbed out really. Social media, you know, people a lot of the time only care about, you know, getting likes and things like that, rather than things of real substance and value. And then there are some others, some sort of more controversial perhaps than others. Yeah, so you've got reality TV as well. People numb out on that. There are loads of ways to numb out now. No one's going to be short of a way to numb out. You can't really escape all the ways that there are to numb out. So yeah, I'll perhaps go more into that on another video. But yeah, I hope you found that useful. If you've had any similar experiences, please write those below, and please do let me know what you would like to hear about in another video. I would love to hear from you. And please subscribe and click on the bell icon for future videos, and I will speak to you soon.